I'm on this battlefield for many a years, still I never get weary. Traveling so long, still getting strong, and I need not to worry, 'cause I know He's there at my side. Jah is the navigator in my life.
I want to apologize. It's going to be a lot of reading. It's going to be a lot of reading for this particular segment here. So, and we can get started when everyone's ready. You can start with first one.
All right. What's up?
Does anybody have an extra Bible?
Read? Read ain't got a Bible?
No.
Read. Man, it's the second week in a row, man. Come on up, sister. I already know what time.
Take your water shake.
Oh, yeah, second week in a row. Come on up. 2 weeks in a row.
You know, and I do have to say, she has on beautiful attire befitting her daughter in Zion.
Yeah,
I must say that, right?
What they got to do with what we talking about right now?
I'm just trying to lighten the load out. Because ain't no excuse for not having your sword, man.
Yeah, here you go. So all y'all sisters, go walk past the sister, get your hand slapped. Really?
I know you
It's all right here. This sister right here. Jamaica, you better put some proof on it. Stank on it, straight up. Mom Dukes, give it to her.
You gave it to him.
There you go. What Mom Dukes at? There you go. That's all you go. Slaps. Sister Louise. And you talking about these sister soldiers, man.
I didn't even hear Mama Shears.
Mama shit, y'all.
She kissed her head.
She kissed her. Come on up, Mama shit. Get them all. Don't got no old and young. Where's Rhea?
Oh, my God.
How would that?
Kiss her hand.
Man.
Mama shit.
Almost made me want to jump up and swing.
Start there.
Matthew chapter 5 and verse 1. And seeing the multitudes, he went up into a mountain. And when he was set, his disciples came unto him. And he opened his mouth and taught them, saying.
Okay. This is Yahushua's Sermon on the Mount. Okay, continue to that.
Blessed are the poor in spirit.
Okay.
For
I'm sorry. Stop right there. Now the word poor, I looked it up and I had 3 different definitions. Well, they all pretty much are the same. The first one is destitute. And if we could go to Luke 16th chapter, and hold this spot here, but go to Luke 16th chapter, 19th through the 21st verse, that will give you an idea of what destitute is for this particular person. Now we must all keep in mind that this particular word poor was being poor in spirit.
there was a certain rich man, which was clothed in purple and fine linen, and fared sumptuously every day. And there was a certain beggar named Lazarus, which was laid at his gate, full of sores, and desiring to be fed with the crumbs which fell from the rich man's table. Moreover, the dogs came and licked his sores.
Okay, now we can go back. Now that's a particular, you can't get no more destitute than that particular individual there. The second one was opposite of wealthy. We can go to Matthew 19th chapter, verses 21 and 22 for that.
Matthew chapter 19, verse 21. Yahushua said unto him, if you will be perfect, go and sell what you have, and give to the poor, and you shall have treasure in heaven, and come and follow me. But when the young man heard that saying, he went away sorrowful, for he had great possessions.
Now, this was an individual who was wealthy, but in order to inherit the kingdom of the Most High, he had to become pretty much the opposite. Hallelujah. So one must ask the question, why is it that the Most High will reserve the kingdom of heaven for individuals who are spiritually destitute? We can read some scriptures here. We can start at Matthew 19, verse 23 through 24. These will give you the particular scriptures that will show you the opposite of what the poor who will inherit the kingdom of heaven are, living the way that they're living. That they will not be able to inherit the kingdom of heaven because of their lifestyle. Start at Matthew 19, verse 23 through 24.
Matthew chapter 19, verse 23. Then said Yahushua unto his disciples, Verily I say unto you, that a rich man shall hardly enter into the kingdom of heaven. And again, I say unto you, it is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of the Most High.
Okay, then we can go from there to 2nd Esdras in your Apocryphas, chapter 9, verses 9 through 12. Listen very carefully to this.
2nd Esdras chapter 9, verse 9. Then shall they be in pitiful case, which now have abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. For such as in their life have received benefits.
Now these are people who we see every day today. These are people, many of them are our people who's living excellent lifestyles. They're wealthy. They won't lift a finger for their brother or sister. You can continue.
And have not known me. And they that have loathed my law.
They loathe his law. They figure the laws are done away with. We no longer have to look at the laws anymore. We have our own statutes, our penal codes, things of that nature. You can continue.
While they had yet liberty, and when as yet place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it. The same must know it after death by pain.
So after death, these individuals who's living this lifestyle here, after death, they're going to have the complete opposite. You're not going to have the best of both worlds here. Especially, those individuals who turn a blind eye to the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments. Got a question, Maurice?
Yeah. What about the rich people who are keeping the commandments?
That's what I'm saying. You have some individuals who are wealthy and they do give to the poor. They do keep the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments. Our forefather David was one of them, but in many cases, you won't find that, especially in situations as today, where we're carried away into a whole nother land in which we're pretty much being forced to live by their rules and their laws. So, okay, we can go back to I'm sorry, I got Matthew 6, verse 19 through 21 again.
All right, Matthew chapter 6. You said verse 19?
Yes, sir. Verse 19 through 21.
Matthew chapter 6, verse 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon the earth, where moth and rust do corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust do corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
And this is what we see every day. We see it in individuals like Floyd Mayweather. We see it in individuals like Kanye West, Jay-Z, Beyonce, people who pretty much the young people that they look up to. And these are the individuals who they have no light in them as far as yes, sir. As far as keeping the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments. These individuals here, one more after this, Deuteronomy 32, 32nd chapter, verses 12 and 18. But these this is an example of individuals who will not in no way fit the particular scripture here, blessed are the poor in spirit. These people are completely the opposite. I mean, Deuteronomy 32, verses 12 through 18.
All right, Deuteronomy chapter 32, verse 12. So the Most High alone did lead him, and there was no strange God with him. He made him ride on the high places of the earth, that he might eat the increase of the fields, and he made him to suck honey out of a rock.
That's a heck of a way to live right there. I mean, the Most High is giving you all of this to live on. Sucking honey out of a rock. Now we know that's a particular metaphor, but this is showing the lifestyle. This man or these individuals had absolutely everything that they needed. You can continue.
And oil out of the flinty rock, butter of kine, milk of sheeps, with the fat of lambs, and rams of the breed of Bashan, and goats with the fat of the kidneys of wheat. And you did drink the pure blood of the grape. But Jeshurun waxed fat, and kicked. You are waxen fat. You are grown thick. You are covered with fatness. When he forsook the Most High, which made him and lightly esteemed of the rock of his salvation, they provoked him to jealousy with strange gods. With abominations provoked they him to anger. They sacrificed unto devils, not to the Most High, to gods whom they knew not, to new gods that came newly up, whom your fathers feared not. Of the rock that begat thee, begat you are unmindful. Let me read that again. Of the rock that begat thee, you are unmindful, and has forgotten the Most High that formed.
So you can see this is a difference of lifestyles of individuals who are poor and those who have everything that they want. Chances are, not always so, but chances are, wealthy people will feel that they have no need for the Most High. And they will put their riches and their wealth ahead of everything else. Ahead of the laws, statutes, and commandments, everything. So we can go back to Matthew 5th chapter and continue the reading there.
Matthew 5 and verse 4.
Yes, sir.
Blessed are they that mourn, for they shall be comforted.
Okay, come. Now mourn, I found three words. Grief, number one. Sadness is another one. And deep sorrow, which can be put as a spirit of heaviness. I have two precepts to go with this particular scripture. One is Isaiah 61, verse 2 and 3.
Isaiah chapter 61, verse 2. To proclaim the acceptable year of the Most High, and the day of vengeance of our power, to comfort all that mourn, to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness, the planting of the Most High, that he might be glorified.
Okay, so this one right here, this gives you an idea that of the children of Israel's mourning in general, but however, Matthew 5th chapter will show you that Yahushua is talking to individuals who are estranged. Their particular mourning was because of their estrangement from the Most High. Okay, you can continue, Matthew 6.
All right, Matthew chapter 5 and verse 5. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth.
Now, according to the lexicon in the Strong's Hebrew Concordance, the number for meek was 4239, and the word was it came from a Greek word called praus. It stood for righteousness, being humble, being teachable, being long-suffering, and lowly of heart. Now these are righteous attributes that true disciples of Yahushua must have. And they should not in no way be mistaken for weaknesses. That's what, you know. I have some precepts to go with this. One, Psalms 37 and 11.
Psalms chapter 37 and verse 11. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace.
Okay, and then I have Psalms 25 and 9.
Psalms chapter 25 and verse 9.
Yes, sir.
The meek will he guide in judgment, and the meek will he teach his way.
And one more, James 3 and 13. I'm sorry. James 3 and 13.
James chapter 3 and verse 13. Who is a wise man and endued with knowledge among you? Let him show out of good conversation his works with meekness of wisdom.
So you can see that being meek is an excellent attribute in order to obtain the kingdom of the Most High. So we can continue to go back to Matthew 5th chapter.
Matthew chapter 5 and verse 6. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled.
So those who have a strong desire for the Most High's way of life, meaning His law, statutes, and commandments, again, have a true hunger and thirst for His righteousness. Now, Matthew 13 and 15 gives us a good look at those who have not a true thirst for righteousness. We can go there. Matthew 13, verse 15.
Matthew chapter 13 and verse 15. For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them.
Let's also read Zechariah 7 and 11. I think that is.
Zechariah chapter 7 and verse 11. But they refused to hearken and pulled away the shoulder and stopped their ears, and they should not hear. That they should not hear.
So that gives you an idea of individuals who do not have a strong desire or hunger or thirst for the Most High's way of life. Those individuals will not have a part in His kingdom. We can continue back in Matthew and 5. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
This is a continuation of Zechariah chapter 7 and 11. This is verse 12. Yeah, they made their hearts as an adamant stone, lest they should hear the law and the words which the Most High of hosts hath sent to his spirit by the former prophets. Therefore came a great wrath from the Most High of hosts.
So that shows you again how, in order to obtain the Most High's kingdom, you must have a hunger and thirst for His law, statutes, and commandments, which are righteous, a righteous way of life. So we can continue to Matthew. Yes, sir. Matthew 5, and that would be verse 7.
All right, Matthew 5, chapter 5 and verse 7. Blessed are the merciful, for they shall obtain mercy.
Excellent. Now, Psalms 41 and verse 1 through 4 that brings out this passage in an excellent way as far as knowing what this particular passage meant. So we can read that.
Psalms chapter 41 and what verse?
That'll be 1 through 4.
All right, Psalms chapter 41, verses 1 through 4. Blessed is he that considereth the poor. The Most High will deliver him in the time of trouble. The Most High will preserve him and keep him alive, and he shall be blessed upon the earth. And you will not deliver him unto the will of his enemies. The Most High will strengthen him upon the bed of languishing. You will make all his bed in his sickness.
Come. Now this is, are you done?
My bad, that was verse 3, I forgot. Verse
Yes,
4.
verse 4.
Verse 4. I said, Yahweh, be merciful unto me. Heal my soul, for I have sinned against thee.
Come. So the word here is merciful. Now that particular word merciful also means to be forgiving. Now Matthew 18th chapter and 21st and 22nd verse gives us an excellent idea of what it means to be merciful. Matthew, yes sir, Matthew 18 verses 21 through 22.
Matthew chapter 18, verse 21. Then came Peter to him and said, Master, how oft shall my brother sin against me and I forgive him? Till 7 times? Yahushua said unto him, I say not unto thee, until 7 times, but until 70 times 7.
So this is what Yahushua is telling Peter here. I don't think anyone in here in this classroom today can sin 490 times in one day. But if you can, if you do, we are supposed to forgive each other that many times. This is what we want. You know, as far as David, our brother David here is concerned, he asked the Most High. He was on the sick bed. He asked the Most High for mercy to raise him up off the sick bed, and he had all the confidence and he had everything as far as knowing that the Most High can do this. We expect this from the Most High. This is what we must expect for each other. We must have mercy. We must forgive each other for everything that they done unto us. So,
That's right.
Sound like you did the math on that one.
okay, we can go back to the 8th verse of the chapter.
Matthew chapter 5 and verse 8. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see the Most High.
Can anyone give me another word that could be used in the place of the word heart? Go ahead. The mind. The mind is an excellent word to use in the place of the word heart. And if we can go to Ezekiel 36 chapter, reading 26th verse through the 32nd verse.
All right, Ezekiel chapter 36 and verse 26. A new heart also will I give you, and a new spirit will I put within you. And I will take away the stony heart out of your flesh, and I will give you an heart of flesh. And I will put my spirit within you, and cause you to walk in my statutes, and you shall keep my judgments and do them. And he shall dwell in the land that I gave to your fathers, and you shall be my people, and I will be your power. I will also save you from all your uncleanliness, and I will call for the corn, and I will increase it. I will lay no famine upon you, I will multiply the fruit of the tree and the increase of the field, and you shall receive no more reproach of famine among the heathen. Then shall you remember your own evil ways and your doings that were not good, and shall loathe yourself in your own sight for your iniquities and for your abominations. Not for your sakes do I this, saith Yahweh, but be it known unto you Be ashamed and confounded for your own ways, O house of Israel.
So it's good for us to rehearse these righteous acts, as we call them, because this is what's going to happen when the Most High brings us to His kingdom. In this particular case, you're not going to be able to sin if you wanted to, because He's going to give you a clean heart, a clean mind, and you're going to do all of His laws, statutes, commandments. It's going to be in you to do this. So we must rehearse this right now. We must continue to ask the Most High to give us a new heart, a new mind, the way our brother David did. Okay, and we can go back to
Matthew chapter 5 and verse 9. Blessed are the peacemakers, for they shall be called the children of the Most High.
God. Now, the peacemakers are those who continue to follow the ways of Yahushua throughout their lives. Yahushua was always known as the Prince of Peace. He's always known that. We can see that in Isaiah. You don't have to go through it, but according to Hebrews 12 and 14, which we should go to, and Romans 12 and 18, you'll see how we should follow peace with all men. That'll be Hebrews 12 and 14.
Hebrews chapter 12 and verse 14. Follow peace with all men and holiness, without which no man shall see the Most High.
And Romans 12 and 18.
Romans chapter 12 and verse 18. If it be possible, as much as lieth in you, live peaceably with all men.
So we know, according to the scripture, it's not going to be possible at all times, but we must try to make it possible. We must try to go out. When we go out on the streets and street teach or what have you, you're going to have all kinds of individuals coming up trying. We still have to try with everything that's within us to have peace in that particular situation. Okay. Now the next, you can read verses 10 through 11, 10 through 12, rather, and that'll be the end of this particular portion.
Matthew chapter 5 and verse 10. Blessed are they which are persecuted for righteousness' sake, for theirs is the kingdom of is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are you when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my sake. Rejoice and be exceeding glad, for great is your reward in heaven. For so persecuted they the prophets which were before you.
Now, I looked up the word revile, and that particular word gave me a description or a definition, meaning to criticize in an abusive or angrily insulting manner. And I looked up Luke 6, chapter 22nd verse, and it goes into more detail about this particular passage. Let's read that.
Luke chapter 6 and verse 22. Blessed are you when men shall hate you.
So you're blessed when men hate you. Keep that in mind. Okay.
And when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you, and cast out your name as evil, for the Son of Man's sake.
So if you're an individual, and you're out there calling yourself living for the Most High, and the world loves you, you're doing something wrong. You're doing something wrong out there. Because they're not supposed to love you. They hated our big brother, Yahushua. They're going to hate us because of things that we're going to say is not going to be in agreement with them. This is what led Yahushua to get killed. This is what led his apostles to get killed, because they weren't teaching the things that people wanted to hear. Got a question, Maurice?
Yeah. So So say someone in the industry, right?
Mhm.
They have a fan base of the world, but they keep the commandments of the Most High. They're doing something wrong.
Doing something wrong from keeping the Most High law, statutes, and commandments? No, absolutely not.
No.
Somebody in the industry would well like to have a fan base.
Yeah.
Commandments, like, what's up with that?
No, I mean, you have individuals. What's that young brother's name? Brandon
Brandon T. Jackson.
Brandon T.
Jackson,
Jackson.
and what's the other one? Kendrick Lamar. I'm not too. I do know Kendrick Lamar. I like to.
Kodak Black?
No.
Brandon T. Jackson is an excellent example. He has a nice fan base. People love him. They love his movies or what have you. But this brother is really, from what I see, I'm not around this brother 24/7, but from what I see, this brother is living for the Most High. Yes, sir.
All right, so what the question that you asked is a good question. I know that you're a thinker, but I will ask you a question. Do you know anyone that is on fire about keeping the Most High's laws that everybody love?
Kendrick Lamar.
Absolutely not.
That's right.
Absolutely not. And that's the thing. I mean, when we talk about all of the laws that are in Torah, you know what I'm saying, the 613 laws, not living on the Shabbat, being humble, being meek, not sleeping around with women. There's so many things that he could be doing that you have no idea about. But there's other scriptures that I'm sure the elder can go to that tells you that, look, man, being friends with the world is enmity with the Most High. So do we say that, oh, well, Kendrick Lamar is right and the scriptures is wrong? Most High forbid. Absolutely not. So I go back to my original question. You have to ask yourself this. It's a rhetorical question. I'm not looking for an answer. But how can someone be on fire and lit up about keeping the Most High's laws and be friends with everybody?
That's right.
Because if the Most High put the spirit on a man to go speak to the president, then the spirit that's on that man speaking to the president will have to be like, you wicked as hell. How can you do this to our people? You think you're going to be friends after that?
That's right.
We have to warn people of their sins. So when you say that, think more of just a video or a couple of verses that he said. You really got to examine the lifestyle. You know, where there's a lot of tares that rose up among the wheat. And the thing about a wheat and a tare is they look exactly alike from a distance. Exactly alike. But when you have a wheat and a tare in your hand, you must look at it. So the tare look like it has granules that's coming off the top that blows in the wind that everybody like to look at.
Mm-hmm.
Now that on the tare is just a leaf. It's just a leaf. It doesn't come off. It don't produce fruit. None of that. But when you look at a piece of wheat and you look at it, the same stalk that you see blowing in the wind, you see those things break off. Those are actually seeds. So the difference between a wheat and a tare is who producing fruit. Is he going out causing other people to change their lifestyles to live after the Most High? Or is he just trying to make another album?
That's right.
This should be the same scrutiny that all men fall under. All right?
I'm to be honest with you, brother. These brothers that's brothers and sisters that's in that industry, when they come into the truth, eventually they get out
That's right.
of the industry. Because if they, like the brother was bringing out, if they start standing for the truth, all right, they're not going to be friends of the world any longer. Our sister Lauren Hill was a willing testament of that. You understand what I'm saying? When she came out, now all of a sudden they called her crazy. That Unplugged album she put out, 50 Cent made fun of it, you name it. You understand what I'm saying? But she was bringing out the raw, uncut truth. You understand? So you got to keep that in mind.
That's right.
Come on, come on.
Truth is our gun. We believe it to be man's greatest weapon against the devil.